Okay, so very quickly, I'm gonna try and tell this story before I get to the house. Okay, so back when I was living in Texas, of course, this is the second apartment that I moved into. Now, by this time, I had lost my job. Oh, I need to tell the story how I lost my job. I wonder have I told that? I haven't. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to get to the and the second half of what happened when I was in New York. So anyway, um, I got this cute apartment. I think I told this already. It had an attached garage downstairs, and okay, so one day I went to go get my blood test done because of the HIV to check it or whatever. So I was just having it was just a real tranquil day. I woke up, I did my little workout, and I got in the car, drove there, no music, I was silent, I was submerged in silence. Got there, they took my blood, talked to the doctor, la la la, boop de boo. Left from there, went to a restaurant in Fort Worth. Had me a nice little lunch. Everything was real calm and stuff. Then I was like, let me call my boyfriend. So at this time, I turned my phone on, and I called him. He answers the phone, screaming in the phone. Oh my God, I can't believe you did this to me. You know, I was like, yo, can you calm down? Just calm down just for a second. I'm still in the parking lot of the restaurant. I went through your fucking emails. I saw the messages that you sent to Peanut. So, now this was back before text messaging, okay? This was back when two-way pagers was the shit. Text messaging didn't exist back then. So the best way to send a message to somebody was email, and then you had to log on to the computer, of course, and get your emails. You can get your emails on the phone either. So I had a computer, and I don't know how he got the password to the computer. I gave him a key to the house because I was out hustling, and if something happened to me, I needed somebody to be able to get access to the house, to the apartment. I didn't want the shit to get put out and then just be out. Plus, my parents were. I was in Texas. My whole family was in Tennessee, so somebody had to have access to the house that was local. And I was like, I could trust him. I thought anyway. So what he did was he used that key to see if I was cheating on him versus what I gave him the key for. So he went through my emails and he saw emails that I had sent to Peanut talking about how I miss him or whatever. Me and Peanut was going back and forth or whatever. It was very much the end of Peanut, the relationship with Peanut, and the new relationship with Darian. It was like that gray area right in between before you decide to fully commit to the new relationship versus getting rid of the old one. It was still there. Everybody has it. You can't judge me for that. So anyway, okay. So then he sees all the little text messages and stuff that I'm sending Peanut talking about, can we still screw and all this, that, and the third, or whatever, right? So, let me see, he's still moving in the same direction, honey. This is Brazil. Anyway, so I was like, I'm on my way to the house. So I get to the house. Now, there's a double lock. There's a privacy lock on the inside that you can't unlock from the outside. So I couldn't. So he put the privacy lock on the garage door and the front door. Couldn't get in. So I was like, how the fuck am I gonna? And I hear him in my house, in my apartment, screaming, throwing shit all over the place. So I live on the second floor. I was kind of fit, because I've always worked out a little bit. So I had scaled the side of the building up onto the balcony. And I came in through the balcony and scared the shit out of him. He was not expecting for me to be able to get in the house. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, you cheated on me. He had a bat. I didn't have a gun at the time. I had a T-ball bat that I used to sleep with beside the bed. So he had took that bat and punched me in my stomach. Baby, when I tell you every ounce of oxygen was gone out of my lungs. I had hit the floor and I was coughing, trying to catch my breath, and he was about to hit me in the head, and I was, hey, trying to catch my breath. He was like, you cheated on me. I saw this email, he said, fuck you, I'm leaving you. And I was screaming, don't leave me, please don't leave me, because it was the prettiest boyfriend that I ever had in my entire life, honey. But I wasn't too sure that he was actually going to stay with me. I thought maybe someone else, because we were in Dallas. And I thought somebody else was going to come along. They're going to scoop him right the fuck out from up under me. So let me just have something on the side, just a little something on the side, just in case. Which that's what Peanut was supposed to be doing. Because we were still in that little gray area. We could still end up being, me and Peanut could still be fuck buddies or whatever. So I was screaming, please don't leave me, please don't leave me. So he's trying to go down the steps. I'm grabbing him. He's dragging me down the steps through the garage. He gets to his car. No, okay, there was a little bit of a tussle upstairs. He split my lip. I got a scar right here on my eye from where now I didn't throw any punches back, but he had landed several on me. And then he was dragging me down the steps trying to get out of the apartment. Garage door goes up. He gets in his car. I was like, wait, please don't leave me. I'm screaming. It's dramatics, soap opera, honey. It's Dynasty in the parking lot in South Arlington, honey. Baby, he got in his car and hit the gas, put out of the parking spot, and I ran and jumped in front of his car, thinking he wasn't going to hit me. Ha! He hit me. I went up the hood, onto the windshield and off the side, and landed on his good ankle. And baby, I could not walk. I was out in the parking lot, just on the ground, and he's just boom boom. That's all you hear, boom boom, boom boom, boom boom, from where he hitting the speed bumps, getting up out of the apartment complex. Oh my gosh. So I go back upstairs. He has poured bleach, mind you. Everything in my apartment, I hustled for. There's not too much that I could have brought with me to Texas in my car. And what little that the other stuff, my dad brought down in a U-Haul a little bit later, but it was just enough to fill up like one of those economy apartments. I can't think of what it's called. I'm not like a micro apartment where you don't have a dining room. It's just a bedroom, a bathroom, and a kitchen, and a living room, and that's it. It's efficiency, that's what it's called. So it was just enough to like fill up the efficiency. And then I hustled. I had got me a new bed. Baby, he had poured bleach all over that bed. He took all my clothes out of my closet. I hustled for all those. I had a new wardrobe. All of it was gone. He left me with 2 pair of blue jeans and I think like 3 t-shirts. He took socks, underwear, all of it, honey. And all of it was in the trunk of his car. And the mattress was brand new. I went and hustled. I got the most expensive mattress that, I think it was called the Mattress King or something like that. I had the most expensive mattress that they had. That motherfucker was soft and beautiful. And I had got the stain protector stuff on it. Regular black folks, we can't really afford that. I said, you can go ahead and stain protect both of those, please. It was a California King bed, baby. Woo! I could just roll over about 3 times and I still be in the bed. I love that bed so much. In the way, that's messed up. Pour bleach all over the carpet. Did he bust up the dishes? I think he busted up a few dishes too. All my pictures that I had hung on the wall of family and friends, frames busted, every one of them. The computer was fine, which is crazy. Then I got in my car with that swollen ankle. My ankle was, oh yes, I sprained my ankle. It couldn't have been broke because I could still like walk on it. It was so fat. It was fat like a grapefruit. And I couldn't go to the emergency room. So I went to Sports Authority and bought like a brace myself, and I put my foot in a brace, and I bought an ice pack, and then I was like, I'm gonna go over there. I called him like 50 times, and then I went over to his house, and I stood outside his apartment window on the back side of the building. And I was begging her. I said, please, please don't leave me, please. I was just standing at the window crying, please, please don't leave me, don't break up with me, please. Bitch, when I tell you I would never do no shit like that right now. Oh my gosh. I stood out there for hours. He was making fun of me. I'm leaving your ass. Fuck you, you cheating ass. He was sitting there on the bed watching TV and shit. I was like, please, Darian, please don't leave me. Please, his friend came home. His roommate came home. He was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? He was like, fuck him. He cheated on me. That motherfucker. And they was giving each other a hug. Oh, bitch, I'm so sorry he cheated on you, girl. I was sitting in the window. Please don't leave me, please. Please don't leave me. He said, if you don't get away from my window, I'm calling the police. I'm finna go home. I'm gonna call you later. And I went home. Called that motherfucker about 50 more times. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's all. I'm gonna tell this story because I gotta go in the house. Okay, I'm in the house now. Okay, so then what happened was he went to school, and I went with my twisted ankle and finished my hustle that I needed because I still needed money. And bills was paid, need to be paid. I was living in an $800 apartment in South Arlington. I was like, babe, I can't. You still got to hustle. So I went out, did what I needed to do. I was driving a 5-speed with that twisted ankle. Oh my fucking God. Baby, you want to talk about a bitch was in pain. And it was the clutch foot that was swole. It was the clutch foot that was swole. So then that weekend had came. Because I kept calling. I was like, he was just crying. He just kept on crying. I can't believe you cheated on me. You cheated on me. I don't understand. You're my first boyfriend. You're not supposed to cheat on me. So then I was like, I know what we should do. We should go to Nashville for the weekend. And he was like, okay, that's fine. And then you can see my friend Courtney, because him and Courtney was may their bitch rest in peace. That was my homie. Anyway, him and Courtney had became really good friends. They was like mother and daughter. That's how cool Courtney and Darian had became. And even after like me and Darian had broke up, him and Courtney was still best friend. And when Darian moved to Atlanta, Courtney helped him with everything. When I tell you, Courtney gave him the best gay support system that he could ever have. He did not have any support system for gay life the way that we did when we were younger. So Courtney gave him all of that, which I appreciate a whole lot. Anyway, so when I went over to his house so that we can get ready to leave, I went to go get some money, and he had to drive me because my foot was hurting too bad. And he popped the trunk of his car so I could put my stuff in the trunk. And he had forgot that my clothes that he took from me were in the trunk of the car. And I looked, and he was like, oh, and he closed it back. But I didn't say anything. I just put my stuff on the back seat, and then we just went on. Now, mind you, he never gave me all of those clothes back. It wasn't until like 2 or 3 years ago right before I moved down here to Brazil, that I asked him, I was like, what did you do with all my clothes? No. It was when I was working. It was my last job that I was working before Amazon, before I moved to Memphis. Was that right? I think so. I think so. Anyway, it was some years after, because we had separated and we didn't talk to each other for like 5 or 6 years. It was like 5 or 6, maybe 7 years. And then I asked him, I was like, what did you ever do with my clothes that you had took from my house that time that me and you had got into it? And he was like, oh, I don't even remember what I did with those clothes. I think I just threw them away or gave them to somebody. I don't know. I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, we went to Nashville. He hung out with my friend Courtney or whatever by himself so that they could powwow about the situation that happened or whatever between me and him. And after that, we was kind of cool. But I guess that opened up the gateway for him to have sex with other people too. So when I'm like telling the stories about the shit that I did, I'm not telling the other side of the story like that the other person did also, because I'm taking ownership of the shit that I did, and I can defend myself in what I did versus telling all the stuff that he did. See, me and my exes have already come to terms with the stuff that we did to each other on his end. So me bringing the stuff back up that he did is like reopening a wound that we've already healed for him. Because it's not like, it'd be different if I was telling his stuff and he was here to tell his side of it. I'm telling my side of the dirt that I did. So as I'm saying this stuff, don't think that, oh, I did all my exes dirty. No, all of us did each other dirty. It's not one-sided. All of us did some slick shit to each other. So, but after that, I did notice some inconsistencies in his behavior, which led to me to believe that he was having sex with other people, which he was. And he told me like years later when we had, that confessional conversation later. So, okay.